study guide for you. Today we're going to look at how to calculate um, the rates or time according to Graham's law of diffusion. Here we have a question on the board: 50 cm or 250 cm cube of hydrogen diffused through a porous spot or in 50 seconds. How long will it take 350 cm cube of oxygen to diffuse through the same pores? Now, before you do this, you need to find out how long it will take equal volume of hydrogen to pass through here. So to do that, um, we know that 250 cm cube of hydrogen takes 50 seconds. That means 350 cm cube of hydrogen will then be 50 over 250 times 350 over 1. That will give us equal to 70 seconds. Sorry. So in this case now we have what it will take 350 cm cube of hydrogen. So in that case now we can easily apply our formula, which is this for hydrogen. The second one, 2, is for oxygen, equal to relative molecular mass of hydrogen and relative molecular mass of oxygen of hydrogen. This is for hydrogen, this is for oxygen. But meanwhile, because we are asked to find the time, we can also use the other way around, which is to say T1 for hydrogen, T2 for oxygen. That will give us of hydrogen, and then this other one will be for oxygen. We can use it since we are asked to find the time, which will make it faster for us. So in that case, now let's look at what we're going to get here. Now, relative molecular mass of oxygen is 2 because it's diatomic, and that of hydrogen is 2, and that of oxygen is also 32 because it's diatomic. Now we have our 70 seconds over the one we don't know, which is that of oxygen. Then we have the relative molecular mass of hydrogen, square root of it will be this, and then that of oxygen, which is 32. So that is what we have here. So let's quickly see how far we can go. In this case now, we can cross multiply. If we cross multiply this, what we have will be T root 2 equal to 70 root 32. So the next thing we do here is we make this the subject of the formula. If the subject of the formula, what we have here will be 70 root 32 all over root 2. That will give us 280 seconds. That's what it will take oxygen to diffuse. And then we can also use another method. We have another method we can use. So we can also calculate it using the rate. Now, before we do that, we know that hydrogen takes 70 seconds. If it takes 70 seconds, then the rate of the hydrogen, which is 1, will be 350 over 70. That will give us 5 cm cube a second for that. So that of hydrogen is unknown. We don't know that of hydrogen. We say it's question mark. We use question mark. Every other thing is known. So we can now go ahead to solve it using the our second formula 2. The rate for hydrogen is what? 5 seconds. 5 centimeter cube, cm cube a second, and then the molar mass of oxygen is what? 32, and that of um, hydrogen is what, 2. So if you open this, if you square both sides, we will have it will be equal to 5 squared over rate squared equal to 32 over what, 2. So we'll move it around, making r squared the subject of the formula. Making r squared the subject of the formula here, what we have will be r squared is equal to 25. Because of this, we square this times 2 over 32. So what we'll get at the end of the calculation will then be 1.563. So that is what we have here. And to get the actual thing here now, what we'll do is this, we remove this square, we square both sides, square. So when we square it, we have r to be equal to 1.5. That is the rate. That is 1.25 centimeter cube per second. So now this is what we have. That's what we have now. Remember that rate is always equal to volume over what, time, because we're dealing with volume. So now, and our rate is 1.25 equal to volume. The volume now, we know the volume to be what? Let's just go straight to that. We know the volume to be this, and then our time is what we don't know. We don't know what it will take us to get that result. So what we do now, if you cross multiply this, we'll have 1.25 t equal to 350. Then t will be equal to 350 divided by 1.25. That will give us 280 seconds. That is the final answer. You can see that everything happens to be the same way. So it depends on the one that is easier for you. Because I personally will suggest you use the first method, because this one seems to be like a little lengthy. So thank you so much. I would like to see your comments. Make sure you comment, share, and like. And finally, you can also give us your support by subscribing. Thank you so much.